act that is talking about Whistleblower Protection Act in India. Okay, this act in India protects people who provide information about wrongdoing. So if we talk about this particular act came in which year? Is it introduced in 2009, 2010, 2005, 2011? Which of the following is true? So Whistleblower Protection Act is a simple act which help or which protect the people who provide information about the wrongdoing. Let's say, for example, you are working in a bank and you find out that some person is doing something wrong. The employee of your bank is doing something wrong, or your management of your company is not informing the information that is done wrong by the company, or they have done wrong with the general public. You find out at the time of auditing, or let's say somehow you find out that information and you wanted to inform that to RBI, or you wanted to inform that to any particular authority. But if you do so, maybe possible your management will do something against you. So to protect you from these kinds of things, to make your identity confidential, that you have given this information to RBI or any authority, which act was introduced? This act, Whistleblower Protection Act, was introduced in the year 2011. So the right answer here will be D option, that is 2011. Okay. Next, second question we are talking about, a bank guarantee can be classified under which of the following head? So if I talk about bank guarantee, letter of credit, these kind of services that banks provide after taking a certain commission, after taking a certain fee, that's a services of a bank, and they will be covered under the CEOBE. What is CEOBE? Credit equivalent of off-balance sheet exposure, that's a CEOBE. The CEOBE will cover the bank guarantee as well as letter of credit, because CEOBE covers, it do not cover the asset and liability of a bank, it covers the income that bank generates from providing certain services. So bank generate income from the bank guarantee also. In the bank guarantee, bank will be taking the guarantee on behalf of its customer, right? But the bank guarantee will only be active if the borrower become defaulter. Okay, if the borrower does any kind of default, then only the bank guarantee will become active. In case of default, bank guarantee became active. So bank guarantee is classified into which of the following head? Fund-based working capital or non-fund-based working capital? Which of the following is correct? It is a fund-based working capital or a non-fund-based working capital. So we have credit facility of two types, like fund-based credit facility and non-fund-based credit facility. Okay. Now, fund-based credit facility means when the bank actually gives money to the public at the time of providing loan. That's a fund-based credit facility. Non-fund-based credit facility is a type of facility in which bank is not giving cash, bank is not giving money. Bank is just becoming a mediator, providing you a guarantee, or becoming a mediator in your contract. That is the non-fund-based activity, or credit facility, I can say. So bank guarantee is a part of non-fund-based credit facility, because in this bank do not provide loan to the customer actually, bank just provide the guarantee. So similarly, it is what? Non-fund-based working capital. It's not a fund-based working capital. So the right answer will be A option. Okay, right answer is A, that bank guarantee is what? Bank guarantee is simply a non-fund-based working capital. Okay, in which bank will be generating a certain income. Now you have to answer which of the following statement is true. And this is related to your module D. You have to answer which of the following statement is true. The first is talking about business ethics modifies people's behavior. First. Second, objective of ethics is managing values and conflict resolution. Third, business ethics and corporate social responsibility are same. They both are same. And the fourth one, ethics cannot be managed. So what do you think? Which of the following is the statement that is true about the ethics? A, B, C, or D. So if I talk about business ethics modifies people's behavior, no, it can't do that. Business ethics let you know that what kind of behavior you have to perform in a particular organization, what is your code of conduct, what is your rule book that you have to follow while you are working in an organization. But it cannot modify people's behavior. Okay, it cannot impact internally to the people so that their behavior will be changed. It cannot do that. Then business ethics and corporate social responsibility are same? No, they are not same. And CSR you have to study in the IE and IFS subject also. So CSR is a very important topic for all of you. So corporate responsibility and the business ethics, they both are not same. Ethics cannot be managed. It can be managed, but the right answer will be your B option. That the objective of ethics is managing the values and conflicts of resolution. Okay, like what you are doing in an organization. If you are working in a bank, if you are working in a company, what you are seeing in the organization, that there is a certain rule book, there is a certain code of conduct. And that certain code of conduct is managing the values of their employee and the conflicts that can rise in the organization while you are working there. So the right answer is B. The true statement is that the objective of ethics is to manage the values as well as the conflicts. Next, Dash offer technological solution that assists financial supervisory authorities managing regulatory compliance. So which of the following helps or manages or gives the technological solution to assist the financial supervisory authorities in managing their regulatory compliance? Is it RegTech? Is it FinTech? Is it SubTech? Is it DigTech? So it is providing technological solution. It's providing what? It is providing technological solution so that you will assist the financial supervisory authority. It means it's what? It's a SubTech. So SubTech provides you the solution. That will be a technological solution that helps you to assist the financial supervisory authority who are managing your regulatory compliance. Now, which one of the following is not a principle of ethics? Not a principle of ethics. Okay, do remember what question is asking. It's a true, false, correct or not correct. What kind of question it is asking? So not a principle of ethics. Fairness, dignity, goodwill, remaining conscious for profit all the times. So ethics is what? It's a study of human being that let us know that what is right and what is wrong. And it gives you the idea, it gives you the understanding that what you are performing or what can be performed by the person that will be right for the maximum people. That's what the ethics is. So ethics is simply a study of human beings to know what is right and what is wrong. To differentiate the right and wrong, that's what the ethics is. See, every person have their own principles, their own values. We all have human values, and that we have adopted from our family, from our school, from our college, from our companies where we are working, the persons whom around we are living right now. So we have adopted a certain values from the childhood till now, and we are going to do that continuously. So those human values by themselves let you understand what situation is right or what is wrong, or in what situation what have to be done. Okay, so let's say for example, if I am in a college, I went to the college, I have seen there was a seniors who are doing ragging, so what I have learned in my school timing or when I was living with my family or something, I have created certain human values after seeing the persons who were living around me, that this ragging situation is not good. If you're bullying someone, that is not good according to me. But there is another person who thinks that's a very normal, and this used to happen because he has seen the same thing happen to his brother or something other person, or her or his brother or sister were doing in that college. So according to him, this is normal. This used to happen. This is the culture of a college. But according to me, that's not right. So every person have their own human values. Every person have their own moral, their own principles. So according to that, we have created a certain principles, a set of principles which are good or which are better for the maximum population, and they are known as principles of ethics. And the principle of ethics do not say that always talk about your profit. No. It is about fairness, being social justice, providing equal opportunity to everyone. It is about the dignity, provide dignity, make the persons work with the dignity. It provides goodwill, but it will not talk all the time about the profits. Clear? So right answer is D. That's not a principle of your ethics. Next, which of the following options correctly describes the relationship between banker and the customer? So we know what is a business of banking. Business of banking have a three function. First, accepting deposit. Second, for the purpose of lending or investment. And third, the deposit will be repayable on the demand of the customer. This is the business of banking. You are accepting deposit for the purpose of lending or investment, and you will be repaying that money on the demand of the customer. This is the business of banking. But can we say that these are the three functions only that bank perform? Obviously not. Bank perform various forms of businesses. So business of banking is providing these three services, but bank also provide multiple forms of businesses with these functions. And accordingly, there is a relationship between a bank and a customer. So the different kind of relationship can be seen because the bank is performing various forms of business with the customer. So out of these options, you have to tell which relation is there between the bank and customer. So bank is a debtor, customer is a creditor. Bank is a creditor, customer is a debtor. Bank is an agent, customer is a principal. Bank is an indemnity holder, customer is an indemnifier. So out of these options, which of the following is defining the relations between a bank and customer? So the creditor-debtor relationship, it's true. Debtor-creditor relationship is true. Agent-principal relationship is also true. Indemnity holder or customer is an indemnifier, that is also true. All these are the relationship which can be there between the bank and the customer on the basis of different functions. Like if I talk about debtor and creditor. So when bank gives loan to the customer, when bank give loans to the customer, bank become the creditor, customer become the debtor. Okay. When customer gives deposit to the bank, customer will become creditor and bank will become debtor. So this is the option. One second. Option 1 is talking about when a customer deposits money in the bank. Okay, this relationship happened between bank and customer when customer deposit money. The second relationship happens between bank and customer when bank is providing loan to the customer. The third one, agent principal, when a customer order a bank to perform certain activity, like in case of check clearance, demand draft, etc. Okay, or in case of bill payment. In all this situation, when a customer is ordering bank to perform an activity on behalf of the customer, that's an agent principal. Bank is indemnity holder, customer is an indemnifier. This is the situation which can be seen when bank is issuing a duplicate document. Like duplicate DD, duplicate FD, these kind of documents you are making the banks to issue because you have lost your original document. In that situation, maybe there is a chances in the future bank have to face loss because bank has issued you a duplicate document. So to save itself from any kind of duplication or any kind of risk here, bank issue an indemnity bond, and in which bank make the customer to promise that if certain loss happens because of this duplicate document, then whatever the loss is there, bank will not have to bear that, the customer will bear that loss. That's the indemnity bond. And then it relation will be created between bank and customer. So the right answer is D. All are the relations between the banker and the customer. Next. As per RBI guidelines, banks are required to classify their NPA into different categories. Which among the following option is not a category of NPA? Okay. So NPA is what? Non-performing asset. What is NPA? NPA is a non-performing asset, and non-performing asset is simply a credit facility that has been provided by bank to the customers on which customer is not repaying the installment, the principal and interest amount for a certain period of time. Then that loan will become the NPA. Okay, and that duration is 90 days, maximum number of times. It will be 90 days, but for agriculture, it will be 2 harvest season. Okay, so NPA is what? Simple a credit facility in which bank provided a loan to the customer, but customer is not paying the installment, or I can say the principal or interest for a particular period of time to the bank. That is known as NPA. Now, bank has a certain assets, and the assets of a bank is actually when bank provide loan or advances to the customer. Okay, that's what the asset of a bank is. Now, these assets have been divided into 2 categories. First, we have a standard asset. Second, we have non-performing asset. So you can see standard asset is not a part of NPA. But if I talk about a standard asset, it has 2 types, that is a regular asset and a stressed asset, right? And NPA have substandard asset, doubtful asset and a loss asset. So you can see the stressed asset is a part of your standard asset. So it's not a NPA. Substandard, doubtful, and loss asset, these three are the part of NPA, but not the stressed. Stressed is a part of standard asset. Stressed asset defines what? It defines the special mention accounts. Special mention account 0, special mention account 1, special mention account 2. These are the part of stressed assets. Okay, so right answer will be D option. It's not a NPA. So stressed assets is equals to NPAs plus restructured loans plus the return of assets of a bank. Next. Which of the following are the key component of artificial intelligence? As we know, there is artificial intelligence, and the involvement of artificial intelligence is rising, continuously rising. So what do you think, which of the following component of artificial intelligence is there? First, machine learning. Second, computer vision. Third, natural language progressing, all of the above. Which of the following is the key component of artificial intelligence? A, B, C, or D? So the right answer here will be all. All are the key component of your artificial intelligence, your machine learning, your computer vision, your natural language progression. All are the part of your artificial intelligence. Next, business ethics is helpful in. So as I have told you, ethics is simply a study of human being. What is business ethics? Business ethics is the simply a study of an business. When you are doing a business, your organization, your company, or whatever, like what kind of rules and regulations are required there. So that study is known as business ethics. So the options we have: dealing with the dilemma, guards reputation, helps in avoiding future risk, all of the above. So it is what? It is obviously all of the above. It helps in all these situations for the business. It helps you to avoid the future risk. It helps you to guard or to secure your reputation, your goodwill. And it also helps you to deal with the dilemma. Like you are facing a certain kind of problem in which you are not able to identify what should be done. So that where the business ethics will help you. Now, what is the primary reason for banks and financial institutions adopting the fintech innovations? Why the fintech was adopted by bank and why they are adopting this? Why? What was the reason of this? So first we have to increase revenue to prevent data leakage, to prevent data misuse, to increase the customer turnout ratio. So why banks are using the fintech innovation? So banks are the financial institutions. Those are including or increasing their technical capacity by in the providing services to the customer. So fintech means what? These are the financial companies who are trying to become more better in the technical, in providing the services technically. So why the bank is doing that? Simply to increase the revenue. If you are providing more and more services at the doorstep of the customer with the help of internet banking or any kind of technological advancement, that will become more easier for the customer to perform their function. And that's how your revenue will increase. So the right answer is to increase the revenue, bank is promoting the fintech innovations. Now, the golden rule says, which of the following is a golden rule? Don't react to others. Do as you want to do you. Do as you wish to behave, or none of the above. So what is the golden rule says? Golden rule means simply a rule that you find a win-win situation. So which of the following is correct? So it's very obvious that be such kind of person with others what you want others to be with you. Okay, that's very simple. To answer this question, I don't think we need to study the golden rule, obviously, because it's what every human being wants. Every human being wants that the way I am treating other persons, the same I want others to treat me. That's the kind of a golden rule we are talking about. So right answer will be your B option. Okay, next. Next question is talking about which of the following statement is true about insider trading. So insider trading is very important. A certain rules are there. It will be regulated by whom, what kind of penalty will be seen, etc. We will discuss here. So first you have to answer here, what is insider trading? First, employee trading based on information of the client which is available to public amounts to insider trading. Second, dealing in the stock of bank where one is employed based on significant information that is not available to the public amounts to insider trading. Third, an employee advising a friend or family member to sell a particular stock based on the internal information of a client which is not available to public does not amount to insider trading. And all. So what do you think? Which of the following is true about the insider trading? So insider trading is simply means a kind of trading like when you leak the insider information about a company and the performance or the transaction happens in the company about that particular information in the market, because of which company might face profit or loss. That situation is insider trading. Let's say, for example, I am working in Adda 24/7 and I have a certain information like when the prices of all the products or at offices are at 24/7 will drop to 90%. Okay, so I know when the 90% discount will be available. That's the internal information that I have because I am the employee of the company. But if I leak this information and students were waiting to purchase the batch at the time when the 90% discount will be available. So this activity which I performed, I leaked the insider information. I leaked the information which I got because I am the employee of the company or because I have a certain internal connections. So these kind of trading is known as insider trading and this is illegal. That's why if you are doing insider trading in the share market, SEBI will charge you the penalty up to 25 crores. Okay, that's a maximum amount. So right answer is all these are the statements which are defining the insider trading. All are the insider trading here. Okay, acha, if any person becomes the informant for SEBI to let the SEBI know that this person is doing insider trading, in that situation, informant will get 1 crore reward from SEBI, just to inform that this person is performing a insider trading. And if this is true, now which one of the following statement is true? First, banks are permitted to co-lend with all registered NBFC based on a prior agreement. NBFC shall be required to retain minimum 20% of the share individual loan on their books, both A and B, neither A or B. So which of the following is a statement true? Banks are allowed to permit or banks are allowed to co-lend with the registered NBFC. Second, NBFC shall require to retain a minimum of 20% share of individual loan on their books. So which of the following is true? Actually, both are true. Okay, if I talk about NBFC, non-banking financial companies, they are the non-banking financial institution. They will be incorporated under Companies Act, but they have to be registered with RBI if they want to perform the financial transaction in the country. Okay, so both the statements are true. Banks are allowed to do what? To co-lend with the NBFC. And this is also true that NBFC have to require to retain the minimum 20% share of their individual loan on their books. Next question. Under integrated ombudsman, complaint should give a letter accepting the award in full and final settlement to regulated entity within of receiving the award copy unless she has filed an appeal. So you know that there used to be 3 ombudsman scheme, banking ombudsman. Second was ombudsman scheme for NBFC. Third was ombudsman scheme for digital transaction. So these 3 ombudsman scheme used to happen. All have been merged in 2021 and a single scheme, integrated ombudsman scheme, was introduced. In which year? In 2021. So whatever decision integrated ombudsman scheme is taking, that's the award. Let's say, for example, I complained to the integrated ombudsman scheme and it provided me decision today only. Like this is the decision, this is the award of the banking integrated ombudsman. Now I have to accept that, like award has been given by integrated ombudsman, but it's not always be true that customer will accept it or customer will be happy with the award of the integrated ombudsman. Award means the decision of the integrated ombudsman. That's not mandatory always. So what is required here? You have to give your acceptance that yes, I am okay with this decision of the banking integrated ombudsman. Sorry. So that you have to do within how many days of the order or the award given by the integrated ombudsman? Within 15 days, 30 days, 60 days or 90 days? So it's very obvious, within 30 days you have to give acceptance letter that yes, I am ready, or I am agree, or I am satisfied with the full and final settlement or the award that has integrated ombudsman have given me. Okay, within 30 days you have to give that. So right answer is your B option. Next, positive pay system in CTS, banks consider making it mandatory in case of the checks of amount. So positive pay system in the checks introduced by Reserve Bank of India for a particular condition where the check amount is bigger than or above the certain limit, because it's just a confirmation. What is positive pay system in CTS? It's just a confirmation or validation you are providing with the help of your phone application that this amount check you have deposited or you have given. So it is what? It is the optional situation for all the persons who have their check issued below the amount of what? 5 lakh. Okay, but 5 lakh and above, you have to give what? You have to give the positive pay. You have to do the validation. So right answer here is D. 5 lakh and above amount check do not get to have the option that if they want, they can do, if they want, they cannot. No. If your check value is 5 lakh and above, then you have to do the validation with the application. Okay, so amount is 5 lakh, do remember. Minors above the age of may be allowed to operate savings bank account independently if they so desire. So minor is simply a person who is below the age of 18 years, who have not attained the age of 18 years here. That person is known as minor. So, but minors account will be opened by their guardian, by their natural guardian, or by their guardian, that legal guardian that has been appointed by the court. So after a certain year, the minor is allowed to operate his or her account by themselves if they want to. So what that age is? That age is 10 years. After attaining the age of 10 years, minor can manage their own accounts. Okay, so right answer is B. Next, KYC is required to be done at least every dash year for high risk customer, at least every dash year for medium risk customer, and dash years for low risk customer. So on the basis of the risk that can occur in banking system, the bank has categorized the customer in 3 categories: high risk customer, medium risk customer, and a low risk customer. And you have to do the periodic updation of KYC after a certain year in these 3 cases. So what duration is it? For high, medium, and low risk customer. So for high risk customer, after every 2 years, you have to do the KYC updation. For medium risk customer, after every 8 years, you have to do the KYC upgradation. And for low risk customer, you have to do after every 10 years, the KYC updation. Okay, this is important. If you do not do that, then bank will stop the transaction in your account. Okay, bank have this authority. So right answer is D. 2, 8, no, not 8, 2, 8, and 10, A option. Right answer is A, 2, 8, and 10. Okay, this is a periodic updation of KYC. Which of the following is a banking system that ensures that the banking facility of certain common minimum security feature in checks printed issued is handled by the bank's customer uniformly across the banking industry? So which of the following will be right here? Check collection policy, check truncation policy, check deposit policy, electronic clearing system. So which of the following banking system assured the banking facility of a certain common minimum security feature in checks? Okay, and it is issued and handled by banks and customer uniformly across the banking industry. CCP, CTP, ESC, or CDC? Which of the following you think is correct? So it's very simple. CTS, check truncation system. So CTS was introduced to simply stop the physical movement of check. Okay, so right answer is CTS. Now, RTGS offers the following advantages over the other modes of fund transfer. So RTGS stand for what? Real-time gross settlement. Out of these 4, you have to tell what are the advantages that RTGS gives. First, it is a safe, secure system for fund transfer. Second, RTGS transaction transfers have no amount cap. The system is available all day, 24/7, 365 basis. There is real-time transfer of funds to the beneficiary accounts, all of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following features or benefits are there under the RTGS? So RTGS is a real-time gross settlement. It provides real-time transfer facility to the customer. Earlier, RTGS was not used to available on banks, holidays, Sundays and all. But now it is 24/7 from December 2020. Okay. And NEFT also became 24/7 from December 2019. Okay. In 19, NEFT became 24/7. In 20, RTGS became. So right answer is all of the above. All of the above are right in case of your RTGS. Okay. RTGS has a minimum limit. That is 2 lakh, but there is no maximum limit. Okay. So right answer is your D. Next. Financing of self-help groups is based on the recommendation of which committee? The financing of self-help group is based on which of the following committee? Tarapur committee, Narsiman committee, Kalia committee, or none of the above. So self-help groups are simply a group of 10 to 20 people. They came together to improve or to create a habit of savings, and they also help each other financially in the financial requirement. So SK Kalia committee has actually recommended the financing of self-help groups. Okay, this is the committee which has also recommended that the self-help groups bank linkage program should be there. That's the SK Kalia committee. Among the given, which of the following statement is correct in context to the topology? So we have a lot of types of topology as is written in front of you. Star, bus, ring. Okay. So out of these topologies, which combination is true? Bus is saying all devices are connected through central hub. Okay. Star topology is saying data transmission is possible in one direction only. Okay. Then third one is saying star topology, all devices are connected through single cable. Ring topology, unidirectional data transmission is possible here. So which of the following is right in case of your topology? So right answer is B option, that the data transmission is possible in the star topology in one direction only. Okay. So right answer will be your B. So do remember these topologies are important, they are the part of your module C. Now in PSL, social infrastructure loans up to a limit of dash per borrower for building healthcare facility under Ayushman Bharat. So PSL, you all know priority sector lending. This is the common topic between your PPB and IEIFS. So the question is asking under the PSL, you are allowed to provide a loan for the healthcare facility, under the Ayushman Bharat. So how much loan can be given here? 1 crore, 5 crore, 10 crores or 20 crores? So which of the following that you right that you have to answer? A, B, C or D? It is what? 10 crores. Very good. For under the Ayushman Bharat, for healthcare benefit, it is 10 crore. For example, like school, drinking water facilities, sanitation, for those kind of social infrastructure, it is 5 crore. Like drinking water facilities, sanitation, schools and all, you will get 5 crore loan facility under the social infrastructure. But in case of Ayushman Bharat, healthcare, it is 10 crore. So do remember both the amounts. So right answer is C. Now, among the given statement, which of the following is not correct about minor account? So, who are minors? Those who haven't attained the age of 18 years. Okay. So, these are the statement you have to tell which of the following is not correct about minor account. First is saying stepmothers and stepfathers are also included in the definition of natural guardian. Okay. Second is saying the balance may be given to the minor once he or she reaches majority. If the guardian passes away while the minor is still a minor. Third, RBI has authorized the mother also signed to as a guardian except in case of Muslim minors. If a married minor girl has a major husband, he will be the natural guardian. So which of the following is not correct? So not correct answer is in the definition of natural guardians, stepfather, stepmothers are not covered. So right answer is A. A is not correct about the minor account. A stepfather and stepmothers are not included in the definition of your natural guardian. So right answer is A. Now, Government of India has authorized which of the following to act as and to perform the functions of CKYCR. So CKYCR is Central KYC Registry. So which of the following act as or authorized to act as the or to act as and perform the function of Central KYC Registry? Is it CERSAI, CIBIL, UIDAI or RBI? And the right answer here will be your A option, CERSAI. It is authorized to act and perform as the function of the Central KYC Registry. And in the Central KYC Registry, all the information, all the documents, all the information about the customer have to be compiled. Hana, there is a certain limit that has been given. Like before and after this date, you have to make this available. The banker-customer relationship in case of a locker is that of dash. If you are having a locker facility in a bank, then which of the following relationship will be there between bank and you? Okay. The answer will be lessor and lessee. The bank will be the owner and the customer will be a tenant. So I am taking certain area of a bank on a rent. So I will become the tenant and the bank will become the lessor. So lessor means the owner and the lessee means the tenant. So right answer is D. Now, self-help groups formation 2 has to keep in view that the number of members in a group should not exceed dash. Otherwise, registration becomes compulsory. So what maximum level of maximum number of customers can be there? 15, 50, 20 or 30? A, B, C or D? Very good. Everyone is answering D. Very good. Be active in the session. That will be making session also interesting. So how many maximum members should be there? The not exceeding limit. So the right answer is very obvious. That's a 20. The right answer is C option. That is 20. The members in the group should not exceed 20. Otherwise, you have to do what? Registration will become mandatory for you. The right answer is 20. The customer identification procedure is to be carried out at dash. And these are the situations. At the time while establishing a banking relationship. Second, carrying out a financial transaction, both or none. So when the customer identification procedure have to be carried out by the bank. A, B, C or D. And the right answer is in the both condition at the time you are maintaining or you are establishing a banking relation and at the time you are performing a financial transaction. In both the cases, you have to do what? You have to do the customer identification process. Okay, right answer is C. Next, banks need to set up which of the following? Which of the following committee or board have to be set up by the bank? And these are the options. First, Customer Service Committee Board. Of the board, a standing committee on customer service, branch level customer service committee, nodal department official for customer service. So what do you think which of the following committee or boards have to be established or have to be set up by the bank? And the right answer is all these have to be set up by the bank. All 1 to 4 have to be set up by the bank. So right answer is D option. Okay, next. So all they have, obviously they all have a different function, but all have to be established by the bank or set up by the bank. Which of the following norms are applicable where Aadhaar number is used for KYC purposes? Okay, what are the norms where you can use the Aadhaar number for the KYC purposes? These are the options. First, Aadhaar number can be used only with the consent of the customer. Second, Aadhaar number must be redacted to the bank's record, physical or electronic or retaining only the last 4 digits. Third, where Aadhaar based KYC has been done, there is no need of obtaining any other official valid document. All of the above. So what do you think which of the following is correct? Like which of the following norms are applicable where Aadhaar number is used for KYC process or KYC purpose? A, B, C or D? And the right answer here is D, all of the above. In all of the above condition, the Aadhaar number will be used for the KYC purpose. It will be applicable. Next, the scope of activities that is undertaken by the business correspondent will not include. So bank have a business correspondent. What kind of function will not include the service of the business correspondent? Disbursal of small value credits, recovery of principal, collection of interest, collection of a small value deposit, payment of money on demand draft not exceeding rupees 50,000. So which of the following activity will not be covered under the business correspondent activity? A, B, C or D? And the right answer here will be obviously the payment of money on demand draft that is not exceeding 50,000. This is not included under the business correspondent activity. So right answer is D option. Next, which of the following operations of accounts through a business correspondent are allowed? Like what kind of function they can perform, operation they can perform. So a customer can operate their account through a business correspondent. Customer can deposit money, customer can withdraw money, all of the above. So which of the following activity can be performed by the bank? Okay. With the help of business correspondent. So the right answer here will be all of the above. All of the above activities can be performed by the business correspondent, or it can be operated by the customer with the help of business correspondent. Next, which of the following statement is correct about the account aggregators? So account aggregators are the type of NBFC, non-banking financial companies. What are these? These are the types of NBFC that is known as account aggregator. So which of the following statement is correct? First is saying it is a type of RBI regulated entity with an NBFC AA license. Account aggregator retrieve or collects information related to financial assets of a customer from the holder of such information. Account aggregator is empowered to share the data even without the consent of the individual. So what do you think? Which of the following is true about the account aggregator? That's a type of a NBFC. Okay. So first of all, it is regulated by RBI. That is true. Types of NBFC account aggregator license they have. First is true. Second, account aggregator retrieves or collects the information that is related to the financial asset of customer. That is also true. But they share the data even without the consent of individual. That cannot be done. So right answer is first and second. So what are actually account aggregator? They are the NBFCs with whom banks or financial institution request to get the credit history or the information about the customer. So they study the history, the activities of the customer, and then they provide report to the bank and financial institution, but only and only after getting the consent of the customer. Like if my information required to the bank because I applied for a loan to the bank, so bank went to the account aggregator to ask my credit history, and account aggregator will ask my consent. If I give the consent that I am ready, give the information to the bank, then only it will provide information to the bank. Otherwise, no. Okay, so right answer will be A. Right answer is A. Next, which of the following account need not to be transferred to inoperative account status, even if they remain dormant? So which of the following account cannot be transferred to the inoperative account status? Not taken as an inoperative account status. When operations in the account have been stopped under garnish order or any court order, when the account is showing debit balance, where the account is under line or charge for advances allowed to the same customer in another account. In what condition the account after being inoperative will not go to the inoperative situation? In all these activities, you cannot transfer the dormant account in the inoperative account status. Okay, first, second and third. All activity will be covered. Next, which of the following statement is correct with reference to legal entity identifier? So LEI is a legal entity identifier. Which of the following statement is correct that you have to tell? The first statement is saying legal entity identifier is a 12-digit alphanumeric code used to uniquely identify parties to financial transaction worldwide. Second, this has been implemented to borrowers the exposure of whom scheduled commercial banks is 50 crores or more. So what do you think which of the following is correct about the legal entity identifier? It cannot be the first one because legal entity identifier actual have a 20-digit code. And it's a 20-digit alphanumeric code. So it can't be the first. So right answer is only second. Second is the true option. Okay, next. Under the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, a premium of dash per annum is to be deducted from the account holder bank's bank account through auto debit facility in one installment. So what is the premium that you have to pay under the Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana? 20, 50, 100, 500. A, B, C or D? So right answer here will be your 20. It used to be 12 rupees earlier, but now it is 20 rupees. 20 rupees per annum you have to pay to get this insurance facility every year. Okay, now which of the following statement not correct in relation to self-help groups? Not correct statement about the self-help group. First is saying that the preferable number of members between will be 10 to 20. One person can become member in more than one self-help group. One person cannot be member in more than one self-help group. Self-help groups follows the Panchsutras. So what do you think which of the following is a not correct statement? Not true statement. So not true statement, we have B option. Why? Because one person cannot become the member of more than one self-help group. This is not correct. So right answer will be B option. It's a not correct statement. Next, what is data mining? What is data mining? The process of finding patterns and relations in large database, the process of managing data warehouse, the process of constructing data warehouse, the process of organizing customer data. So which of the following is a data mining? And the right answer, simply finding out the pattern and relations of the large database. So right answer is A. Okay, next. Misbehaving or abusing a bank employee comes under which section of IPC? If you are misbehaving with a bank employee or you are abusing bank employee, it comes under which section of IPC? And this you should know, है ना? That's very important for your regular work also. So right is 353. Right answer is 353. Under 353 section IPC, it will be covered if any customer will misbehave or abuse the bank employee. So right answer is C. Next, many of the IT initiatives of a bank are executed with an emphasis on the adoption of which of the following initiatives? So IT initiatives of banks that are executed with an emphasis on which of the following initiatives? Core banking solution, availability of ATM, online bill payment system. Which of the following it is? And the right answer is all. IT initiatives of bank, they are executed with the emphasis on the adoption of all these initiatives. Core banking solution, availability of ATM, online bill payment system. So right answer is all. Okay, what is core stands for under the core banking solution? This core has a full form, centralized online real-time exchange. Now, which of the following category of borrower are considered under the weaker section of priority sector loans? So priority sector loans we are talking about, which of the following will come under that? So we know priority sector lending is simply a lending to the priority sectors of the country in which 8 sectors have been covered. So we have farmer with credit limits exceeding 1 lakh, beneficiaries of corporate scheme, self-employed professional with loan exceeding 1 lakh, and then a small and marginal farmer. The subcategory, that will be considered under the weaker section. So right answer is the small and marginal farmers. They are the subcategories under the weaker sections. So right answer is D option. Okay, next. Bank employees are expected not to accept bribes while in which situation? In which situations banks employees are not allowed to accept any kind of bribes? in case of credit appraisal and loan disbursement, in monitoring and recovery of loan, in marketing of bank products and services, all of the above. So right answer is all of the above. In any condition, whatever situation you put here, you are not allowed to accept the bribes. Right answer is D. Next. The central server of the core banking system is connected with many modules of back-end and front-end applications. Some of them are mentioned below. ATM switch, internet banking, data warehouse, branch banking. So out of these options where the core banking solutions are connected. One second. A, B, C or D, which of the following is correct? So with the branch banking, it will not be. With the internet banking, it will not be. But not a part, that is the first and third. Okay, the first and third will not be the part. So right answer will be D option. Very good, it's a D option. Next. Arrange the given stages of money laundering in correct sequence. So money laundering is simply conversion of black money into white money is known as money laundering. You have to answer which of the following is the right sequence of the stages. So money laundering have 3 stages, and out of that the first one is placement, second one is layering, and the third one is integration. And the right sequence will be third, second and first. That's the B option. Okay, and money laundering means simply conversion of black money into white money. So right answer will be B. Next, read the following statement about the relationship between a bank and customer. So these are the statement, and you have to tell which statement is true, which statement is false. First statement is saying when a customer deposits money with his bank, the customer becomes a lender and the banks become a borrower. Okay. Second is saying the bank is required to use money in a way most beneficial to the customer. So which of the following is true or which of the following is incorrect? So first is true. Statement 1 is true, that it's very obvious. When a customer deposits money in the bank, the customer becomes a lender, bank becomes a borrower. So customer will be a credit and bank will be what? Bank will be your debtor. But the second one is not true. Banks are allowed, or banks have to require to invest the money in the particular sector which will give maximum benefit to the bank but not the customer. So right answer will be first statement is true, but the second one is false. Okay, not as per the customer's profit, you have to follow as per the bank's maximum profit you will invest your money. Remittance means transfer of fund from one branch of bank to foreign bank, the same bank, another branch of same bank or different bank. So it very obvious, another branch of same bank or different bank. Remittance means simply transfer of fund from one to another. So right answer is C. A student while applying for a loan who are pursuing full-time courses need to have a co-applicant. Which of the following person can become the co-applicant? Because you are a student, now you have to have a co-applicant if you are going for education loan. They are parent or guardian, spouse if married, parent-in-law if married. And right answer is any of them. All are required, or not all, but any of them will be allowed to become the co-applicant. So right answer is D. Now, if a person does not have official valid document, if a person do not have official valid document and is classified as a low-risk customer by bank, which of the following can be used as a proof of KYC for that particular bank or that particular customer? Now, identity card with applicant's photograph issued by the central state government, department, statutory regulatory authority, public sector undertaking, scheduled commercial bank, public financial institution. Second, letter issued by gazetted officer with the duty attested photograph of the person. So the customer is under the low risk category but not given the official valid document. So which can be taken? Either one or two are allowed to be taken as a proof of the KYC, know your customer. So right answer is C option. Okay, either can be taken. SWIFT means what? SWIFT is an international platform that's allowed the customer, the banks and financial institution to transfer their financial data. So it provides a reliable, trustable, secure platform to exchange your financial messages. So it is Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. It provides a SWIFT code for the secured transfer of financial messages among the banks, that is of 8 or 11 digit. Okay. Now, what is the accounting process of CBS? What is CBS? Core banking solution. So these are the options. Which of the following you have to tell is the accounting process of CBS. Transactions are recorded only in the customer account ledgers. Transactions are recorded only in general ledger. Transactions are recorded simultaneously in all subsystem and necessary debits and credits are done. Transactions are recorded in the customer account ledgers first and then updated in the general ledger. So which of the following is the accounting process of CBS, core banking solution? So simply the transaction which are recorded simultaneously in all subsystem and necessary debits and credits are done. Okay, so right answer is C. This is how the accounting process of CBS goes. And apart from that, module C and D will cover your 40% of syllabus. So module A and B talks about your services related to the bank, the general banking operation, the lending operation, each and everything you have to cover in the module A and B. So maximum syllabus. Only the module A covered 21 units out of 55. So you can understand syllabus wise as well as weightage wise, we have a more weightage of the module A and B comparison to C and D. So that's how you have to prepare again. So let's start the session. In the 15 minutes, we are going to discuss 50 questions. But for that, you have to answer what according to you is the right option. So the first question is talking about here about mandate. So which of the following are the features of mandate? You have to tell what are the features of mandate. First is talking about the customer informs the bank about the authority given to the third person. Okay, so first statement saying is that which of the following feature of mandate is there? The customer will inform the bank about the authority given to the third person about related to accounts. The signature of the mandate is verified by the customer in the mandate letter. What you have to do, the signature of the mandate that is verified, it have to be done by the customer in the mandate letter. The third one is saying the mandate is normally temporary for a short period. It will be for the short period of time. Then the fourth one is saying institutions need to issue a power of attorney and not a mandate. So what we are talking about here, like whatever institution we are talking about, the institution have to issue the power of attorney and not a mandate. A mandate ceases to be valid on death, insanity, insolvency, bankruptcy of the account holder. Like your mandate will be valid only in only condition when the person, the account holder is not anymore available. Insanity or insolvency or bankruptcy case will be there with the account holder. The sixth statement is saying mandate can be withdrawal anytime by the account holder. So these are the certain 6 features have been given for the mandate, and you have to tell which of the following is actually correct. So do read the statements very carefully, and the options you have is 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 1 to 6. Which of the following is correct? Okay, So if I talk about mandate, each and every statement of yours related to the features of mandate is correct. So the right answer will be D option. All 1 to 6 are the right features of the mandate. That's why right answer will be your D option. So do remember, this is how in the single question, with the 6th statement, you know what is actually mandate is. So that's why the statement based question is very important. When you are practicing question, do focus on the statement based question, because that give you the whole idea about the topic. So the right answer will be your D option. Right answer is D. All are the feature of mandate. Second question is talking about line is A and of the creditor to retain the possession. First, right, obligation, instrument or interest. So this is a type of security. If I talk about types of security, we have mortgage, or you can call it a collateral. We have pledge, we have hypothecation. So in all these type of collaterals or even the line, there is a conditions that is related to ownership and possession. Accordingly, the category will be defined here. If I am talking about mortgage, there will be the possession remains with the borrower usually, not always, but usually remains with the borrower, because mortgage means immovable property. Pledge and hypothecation are movable and the possession will differ. In the pledge, possession will remains with the bank, it means the lender, and in hypothecation, possession will remains with whom? It will remains with the borrower only. And in the line, if I talk about, it is what? It is the right of the creditor to have the possession on the collateral. So creditor means the bank. So the bank have the right to retain the possession on the collateral until and unless full payment has been done by the customer. So the right answer here will be, it's what? It's a right of the creditor. Creditor means your bank. So right answer is A. Okay, next we have third question. Power of attorney is a stamped document and is executed in the presence of dash. So there are two types of power of attorney, and here the question is asking that power of attorney is a stamped document. It is what? It's a stamped document and it is executed in the presence of what? A notary public, a magistrate of a court, a government official authorized, any of the above. So who is going to stamp that particular document? A, B, C or D? So we are talking about power of attorney. There are two types of power of attorney and any one of the above can be there in the presence of what the time you are stamped the document. So a notary public, magistrate of a court, your government official authorized or any of the above. So right answer will be D option. Any of the above will be allowed to presence to stamp the document. Now, banker's line is a dash. When we talk about a banker's line, what is it? It's a bailment of goods, implied pledge, agreement or an stoppage. So as we have discussed line right now in the second or third question, we said this is the right of a bank. This is the right of a bank, or I can say this is the right of the creditor to have a possession on the collateral until and unless customer returns your loan. It means it's what? It's implied. Obviously, you do not have to say about it. You do not have to remind the bank that this is your right. This is an implied pledge that this possession will remain with the bank until and unless customer returns the loan. So right answer will be your B option. So banker's line is simply an implied pledge. Okay. Next question. Particular line gives the creditor right to retain a dash in case the expenses incurred are not paid. So next question is talking about that the particular line, it gives the creditor right to retain the dash in case of expenses incurred are not paid. Retain what? All goods, ordered goods, some goods, securities, specific goods or securities. So particular line gives the creditor, the banker, the right to retain what? All the goods, ordered goods, some goods, securities or specific goods or securities in case of expenses that is incurred are not paid. So right answer will be your specific, not all. How you can retain the possession on all goods? So it will be allowed only in your specific goods and securities. Okay, right answer is D option, that is a specific goods and security. Next, right to appropriate the debit balance in one account with credit balance in another account of the same customer by bank is called dash. So what we're talking about here, the right to appropriate the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in another account. So customer have account A or account B, let's say for example, one is having a debit balance, one is having a credit balance, and you are doing what? You are making the right of appropriate function with the debit balance in one account with the credit balance in another of the same customer by bank is called what? It's a garnish order, it's a line, it's a set off, or it's a rating. So it can't be a garnish order because garnish order will be given by the authority. It comes from the court. Line is a type of security. It cannot be there. Rating is not. The right answer will be set off. When bank is using the right to appropriate that the debit balance in the one account and the credit balance in the another account, in that situation, that is known as right of set off. Okay, so right answer will be set off. That is the C option. Bank is doing what? Bank is doing the set off. Okay, now, which of the following option is incorrect? You have to answer the incorrect statement here. First, account of a sole proprietor of a trading firm and his individual account can be combined. The both account can be combined. Second is saying set off can be applied only to those debts which are due and recoverable on the date of exercising the set off. Only on those debts we are able to use the set off. Third, a deceased credit account and the customer's debit account can be combined. Is it possible that a deceased person's credit account and your customer's debit account will be combined, included together? Set off cannot be applied in respect of debts that are contingent and not yet due. So you can't apply the set off in the certain situation where the debt is not happened yet, but it is contingent or it can happen in the future. So which of the following option is incorrect? So this is true that the account of a sole proprietor and his individual account can be combined. This is true. Set off can also be applied only to those accounts which are due and recoverable, obviously. Then you cannot apply the set off in such situation which not happened, the debt which not still happened. So how you can apply the set off? But the third option that says the deceased credit account and a customer's debit account can be combined. No, it cannot be combined. So right answer will be C. C statement is your incorrect statement. C statement is what your? It is incorrect statement. Okay, now mandate is an dash. Now what's a mandate? It's a stamped agreement, it's an unstamped agreement, it's a memorandum of understanding, or it's a letter of authority. Which of the following is correct? What actually is mandate? So mandate is simply unstamped agreement. What is mandate? Mandate is an unstamped agreement that is used by the customers. Okay, so B option will be correct. Now, ninth question is talking about in case of bank's usual business, a banker receives payment from his customer if the customer has more than one account or has taken more than one loan from the banker. In the case customer has deposited amount in the bank without giving any specific direction to the bank, can exercise which of the following right? So what we are talking about, like the customer have more than one account, customer have taken more than one loan also, and I went to the bank and I have a more than one deposit account, I have a more than one loan account, and I went to the bank, I have given certain money to the bank, and I haven't given any kind of order to the bank in which particular account this deposit should go. In that situation, bank will exercise which of the following right? Because you haven't informed the bank where it should go. So what will bank do? Where the bank will use it? Bank will use the right of set off, bank will use the right of line, bank will use the right of appropriation or particular line. So right answer will be right of appropriation. According to the bank, bank will use the right of appropriation and use that deposit in the particular account, which banks thinks it is more mandatory comparative to others. Okay, and it will be informed to the customer after that this amount of money have been managed here. Okay, so right answer will be right of appropriation. But this can only be done when the customer have given you the money and the customer has more than one deposit account or more than one loan account, but the customer have not given you any instruction like where to use it, where to deposit it, for which particular loan account the installment is paid by the customer. He haven't given any kind of these kind of instruction, then only right of appropriation can be used. Okay, so right answer will be C option. Next question, the person to whom power of attorney is given is called a dash, and who gives it is called dash. Debtor, creditor, beller, belly, pawner, pawnee, and next we have donor. So what do you think, which of the following is correct? The person to whom a power of attorney is given called dash, and the person who gives it, it called dash. So the person who gives it, it's a donor now. If you have given the money, if you have given the power of attorney, you are a donor. And the person who is taking the power of attorney, who is donee. So right answer will be D option. The right answer was D option. The person who is giving power of attorney is the donor, and to the person whom it has given is the donee. So right answer will be D. Okay, now the power of attorney executed by a person abroad on which action it is to be taken in India is required to be stamped according to: first, rates fixed by central government, rates fixed by state government, no stamp duty is payable. Stamp duty if paid outside India would not be paid again. So which of the following is correct? So power of attorney executed by a person, है ना, abroad on which it is to be taken in India, है ना, on which action is to be taken in India, it is required to be stamped according to what? Fixed by the rate fixed by central government, the rate fixed by state government, no stamp duty is payable, or the stamp duty if paid outside India would not be paid again. So right answer is actually, it will depend on a particular state. So the rates fixed by state government have to be paid. Okay, so this kind of power of attorney will be stamped according to the rates fixed by the state government in our country. Okay, now a power of attorney can be dash. A power of attorney can be the general power of attorney only, a special power of attorney only, general or special power of attorney, any of the above. So I have told you simply power of attorney is of two types. It can be general or special. So right answer will be C. Power of attorney can be general power of attorney or a special power of attorney. So the right answer will be your C option. Okay, now in a joint account, mandate can be cancelled by what? All the account holder, any one of the account holder, majority of account holder, and none of the above. So in a joint account, you want to cancel your mandate. So how many or for which purpose, which persons, or for how many persons permission is required? Is it required to be taken by all the members, or any account holder, or majority of account holders, or none of the above? So if you want to cancel the mandate, any one of your joint account holder can give the order to the bank. It will be cancelled. So it's not required to cancel the mandate. Each and every account holder in your joint account have to give the order. No, any one of your joint account holder have given that this have to be cancelled, it will be cancelled by the bank. So right answer will be your B. Okay, next. Underline the line holders other than a bank right is: first, to sell the security by giving notice; second, to retain the security till the loan is repaid in full; third, the ownership of the security is transferred to the bank; both the ownership and possession remains with the bank, and none of the above. And we are talking about the condition. Underline the line holders right is which of the following? The line holders is right. It's not like to sell the security by giving notice. You can't sell until and unless the loan have been not settled. You cannot decide this. Both the ownership and possession remains with the bank. No. The ownership of the security is transferred to the bank. To retain the security till the loan is repaid in full. Yes. The bank will retain the security until and unless customer pay the full amount of loan. Okay, till then only the bank will have right on your collateral, otherwise no. So right answer will be B, to retain the security till the loan is repaid in the full. Okay, so right option is B. B is correct. Next, in case the charge negative line has been created on the assets of a limited company, then In case the charge negative line has been created on the assets of a limited company, then first, registration of charge necessary under section 130 of Companies Act. Second, registration under section 125 of Companies Act necessary. Third, registration not required. Fourth, to secure loan properly, it is essential. And fifth, none of the above. So what do you think, which of the following is correct? So in case the charge negative line has been created on the asset of your limited company, then what have to be done? In that situation, you do not have to register. The registration is not required in this case, so the right answer will be C option. The right answer is C. Okay, next question. The bank received garnish order. So now this is a kind of a case study. So bank received a garnish order on savings bank account of Mr. Ram at 10:50 a.m. who deposit rupees 5,000 at 12:10 p.m. after service of the order. Okay, this is the case they have given you. Like bank received the garnish order on the savings bank account of Mr. Ram at the time 10:50 a.m. and Mr. Ram deposited 5,000 at the 12:10 p.m. after service of the order. So the order would apply to this amount also. The bank will refuse to accept the deposit. The order will not apply to this account. The order will apply if court is informed about this. The order will apply if court is... this is the repeated option. Let me cancel this. Now let me know which of the following is correct. So what have to be done? So if you have like the garnish order received at the 10:50 a.m., you have deposited money at 12:10 p.m. So it will not be applicable. This 5,000 rupee will not be added in your garnish order. So simply the order will not apply to this account. Right? The order will not apply to this particular account. That's the D option. The order will apply. That's the C option. The order will not apply to this account. The right answer will be your C option. Next. ABC Bank branch wants to exercise its line on a security available for some other loan. So, but you are not very sure whether the limitation is available or not. So, the period of limitations for exercising banker's line is. So, ABC Bank is there. And the bank wants to exercise this line on a security that is available for some other loan. That is available for what? Some other loan, but you are not very sure like whether limitations is available or not there. So the period of limitation for exercising bank line is what? 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, no limit, or 12 years. So there is no such kinds of limit is there. So right answer will be D. The right answer will be your D. No such kind of limit will be there available in the account. Now, the right of set-off is exercisable where the relationship is dash. Bailor, belly, landlord, tenant, debtor, creditor, and creditor, debtor, principal and agent, any one of the above. In which of the following case you are allowed to exercise right of set-off? Because the right of set-off will be done from one debit account to another credit account, this kind of things happens. That's why the right answer will be debtor-creditor or creditor-debtor relationship. So in the debtor-creditor and creditor-debtor relationship, you can apply the right of set-off function of, or we can say the function of a bank. Okay, so right answer was C. Next, we have a sum of rupees 20,000 is lying in the account of a deceased customer and an attachment order has been received. Like the person whose account it was, he's no more, but you got the attachment order, then what? The attachment will not be applicable. Attachment order will apply after legal high-risk consent. Attachment order will be applicable. Attachment order will be returned or A and D. So you have a 20,000 rupees in the account of a deceased customer. An attachment order has been received. In that situation, it will be applicable. Attachment order will be applicable if you received it no matter what. So right answer will be C option. Okay. Next. In case of cash credit account, the first credit will be adjusted against which of the following? So in case of your cash credit account, the first credit will be adjusted against which of the following? It will meet the outstanding balance, it will reduce the outstanding balance, it will reduce the sanction limit, it will be set off against the first debit. So what do you think, which of the following is correct? Like in case of your cash credit account, we are talking about the first credit will be adjusted against which of the following? Simply it will be set off against your first debit. So right answer will be D option. It will be set off against your first debit. So right answer will be D. Okay. Now, as per FAMA 1999, foreign exchange means foreign currency and include all deposit, credits and balance payable in foreign currency, any draft, traveler check, letter of credit, bill of exchange payable in foreign currency. So which of the following is correct out of the above? So when we're talking about FAMA, FAMA is the Foreign Exchange Management Act. So FAMA, foreign exchange means foreign currency and include these. Which of the following is correct? So FAMA was earlier used to be FARA. So in the 1947, Government of India has introduced Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, which used to put a lot of restrictions or regulations on the foreign currency. Then it was, what we can say, it was renewed or it was amended in the year 1973, that's FARA. And after the LPG policy, this FARA was replaced by Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 and it became applicable in the country since 2000 year. Okay, so FAMA replaced the FARA just because FARA used to have a lot of restrictions, rules, regulation. And FAMA says that we are only going to manage the foreign exchange, no restrictions are there. So that will be the, that was the reason we have done that. Okay, so FAMA foreign exchange means what? All deposits, credit and balance payable in foreign currency. So right answer will be your second and third. Not all deposits will be covered. One second. Not all deposits will be covered because you have to define, na, it is available in the foreign currency. So that's why the second and third will be only correct. Okay, next question. The foreign exchange market is a 24/7-hour market, an over-the-counter market, a global market, highly liquid market, a market with a high fluctuation. Which of the following combination is the above context is correct? So the foreign exchange market means what? It is available for 24/7. It is an over-the-counter market. It's a global market. It is highly liquid. Highly liquid means that is easily converted into cash. And it has high fluctuations also. So all are correct. That is all correct. All are correct regarding your foreign exchange market, forex market you can call it. So right answer will be D. Okay, now the price or ratio or value at which one currency is exchanged for another currency is called what? The price or ratio or value at which one currency is exchanged for another currency is called what? The contract of foreign currency, the price of foreign currency, exchange rate, any of the above. So you are exchanging now from one currency to another. That's very simple. That's exchange rate. Foreign exchange means exchange of currency. The rate at which you exchange it, that's exchange rate. And the exchange rate are of two types. That is NER and RER. Nominal effective exchange rate and real effective exchange rate. These are the two types of exchange rates we have. And exchange rate simply means the rate at which you exchange the currencies. So right answer is C. Now, foreign exchange market comprises individuals, business entities, banks, investors, user, arbitrages, and in which respect of the above is called. So foreign exchange market comprises of what? Individuals, businesses, entities, banks, investor, users, arbitrators. It means all now, all are the individuals or any person is allowed to participate in the foreign exchange market. So everyone will be under the foreign exchange market. So right answer is 1 to 5. Okay, right answer is D. Next. The date of delivery of funds on the date on which the exchange of currencies actually take place is referred as dash. Delivery date, contract rate, value date, expiry date. So what do you think which of the following is correct? One second. So the date of delivery of funds on the date on which the exchange of currencies actually take place is referred as which of the following? Is it a delivery date, a contract date, a value date, and expiry date? So it will be obviously your contract that the date of delivery of funds on the date of which you have exchange of your currency. That's your what? That's your contract rate. Okay. Next, When rates of foreign currencies are determined for the domestic currency by the demand and supply position, the rates are called. So on the basis of market forces, you have defined the rate of foreign currency. That is a direct rate, a fixed rate, indirect rate, or floating rate. So on the basis of the market forces means demand and supply. So on the basis of the market forces, you are deciding the exchange rate. That's a floating rate, because it will keep changing, because the demand and supply will keep changing in the market. When the demand and supplies keep changing, it means very obvious your value of exchange rate will also change. So right answer here will be floating rate. Okay, now the migrant Nepalis working in India who make remittance to their families a ceiling of INR. That is 50,000 is fixed per remittance, 1 lakh is fixed per remittance, 2 lakh is fixed, 5 lakh is fixed. So what do you think the migrant Nepalis who are working in our country, who make remittances to their family, what is the ceiling limit there? 50, 1 lakh, 2 lakh or 5 lakh? So actually it is 2 lakh is fixed for the per remittance allowed to the migrant Nepalis. So right answer will be your C option. Okay, right is your C. So next question we have here, LRS is not applicable on which of the following? This scheme is not applicable for remittance to Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Mauritius or other countries identified by FATF, Financial Action Task Force. The scheme is not meant for remittance by corporate, the purchase of the lottery ticket, prohibited magazines, etc. Individual or entities identified by RBI as posing significant risk to terrorism. So what do you think? Liberalized remittance scheme is not applicable on. The liberalized remittance scheme is not applicable on which of the following? So first of all, liberalized remittance scheme is there in which it has said that 2.5 lakh dollars in a financial year can be remitted from India to abroad. That's an outward remittance. Outward remittance means from India to abroad you are transferring this money. That is 2.5 lakh dollars in a financial year without any condition. You are allowed to do that. That's a liberalized remittance scheme. Okay, and the statement related to which we are talking about, the LRS scheme, liberalized remittance scheme, all the statement which of the following is not applicable? So LRS is only allowed to the individual resident, including your minors also. Individual resident including your minor will also cover here. So which of the following is correct? So it's very obvious the scheme which is not applicable for remittance to the Nepal, this is true, they are not applicable. It is not applicable on the corporate. To purchase the lottery ticket or prohibited magazine, it is not applicable there also. Then we have individual or entities which are identified by RBI who are posing at the high risk of terrorism. They are not also applicable. So the scheme is not applicable in any of these. So right answer will be D option. Okay, none of them will be allowed. Now, an Indian can retain foreign exchange up to dash in form of foreign currency notes or traveler's check for the future use. So what amount of foreign currency we can maintain with us in form of currency notes or the traveler's check? $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or the $5,000. So it is allowed to retain $2,000 with you or the traveler's check to retain the foreign exchange if you want to. So right answer is B, that is $2,000. Now next we have an Indian can retain foreign exchange up to rupees $2,000 in form of a foreign currency notes or a traveler's check. Any foreign exchange in cash and excesses of this sum is required to be surrendered to a bank within what amount? Within what days? So you can have the $2,000 with you as a for currency notes, or you can have it as a traveler's check. But apart from this, if you have more than that, you have to surrender that within 60 days, 90 days, 182 days or 364 days, say 360 days. So right answer is 90 days. Within 90 days, you have to refund that money to the person, to the bank. So right answer will be B, that is 90 days. Now, what is the residential status of a student from India having gone abroad for student purpose? A person of Indian origin, a non-resident Indian, a resident Indian, a foreign national, none of the above. So if you went from India to abroad to study, then what will be your status? Simply you are NRI, non-resident Indian. You are what? You are NRI. So right answer will be your B. So any person who is living from outside the India for 182 days or more than 182 days, that person will be known as NRI. So right answer is NRI. Now, who among the following can open an NRO account? Non-resident ordinary account. It can be opened by NRI, PIO, person, any person, entity, resident outside, a foreign national only, none of the above. So non-resident ordinary account it can be opened in form of CASA RAFA. The money earned from India can be maintained here only. Okay, only the money that is earned from India can be maintained. Okay, and it will be opened by any person or entity resident outside India. It means NRI, PIO, OCI, everyone can open this. So right answer will be C option. Okay, it will be in the form of Indian currency, but the money will be maintained. That should be income from India only. And the CASA RAFA, all the 4 types of account can be opened. Now, a resident Indian proceeds to Nepal for taking up employment. His savings ABC bank in India will be designated as FCNR account, a non-resident external account, and non-resident ordinary account, or a resident account. What type of account it will be? You are going there to work. You are a resident of our country now. So that will be a resident account. That will be a resident account. It means D option will be correct. Next question. In which of the following currencies an FCNRB can be allowed to be opened? US dollar, euro, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, pound, Japanese yen, and euro, and any of the above. So FCNR account is the foreign currency non-resident account. This is the account which can be opened by NRI or PIO. That account will be in the FD in foreign currency only. Okay, and the interest which we pay on the FD on Indian currency, that have to be less than in the FCNRB account. And it can be open in any currency. FCNRB account can be open in any currency, but maximum banks open to the currencies which are more demandable in the market. But it can be open for any currency. A foreign national visiting India for 2-3 months wants to open an NRO account during his visit. So is it allowed? Account can be opened, account cannot be opened, account can be opened with RBI permission only. Account can be opened for foreign currency transaction. So if a foreign national visiting India for 2 to 3 months and he wants to open an NRO account during his visit, can he do that? Yes, he can. So account can be opened for that particular foreign national. Okay, right answer is A. Now, next question. Mr. Ravi, a resident of Mumbai, had shifted to Canada as an immigrant and ultimately married a Canadian girl, Jenny. What is the residential status of Jenny? What will be the resident status? An Indian resident, a foreigner, an alien friend, a non-resident Indian, a person of Indian origin. So it's very obvious now. If we talk about that your wife is from the other country, you are a Indian citizen, so she will be known as a person of Indian origin. And similarly, the child of them will also be treated as a person of Indian origin. Okay, so right answer will be your E option. Now we have an Indian person is working abroad with the foreign government or government agency of WTO. He shall be deemed to be resident, foreign national, person of Indian origin, non-resident Indian. So a person is working abroad with the foreign government or the government agencies of WTO. So what kind of a status will be there for the person? It's very obvious. If you are working abroad for more than 180 days, that will be covered as a non-resident Indian. If you went there, you are working with the government, you will be a non-resident Indian. Okay. Now, exchange fluctuation risk in case of NRE account remains with whom? With RBI, with bank, with whom account is opened, account holder, all of the above. So exchange fluctuation rate. So NRE account is a non-resident external account. It can be opened for NRI and PIU, etc. It will also be open in the Indian currency, but the money will be deposited. That is the earning from abroad. So income from abroad can be maintained under NRE account in form of CASA RAFA in the Indian currency deposits. Okay, and the right answer will be the fluctuations in the exchange rate have to be bear by the account holder. Now, if there is an exchange rate fluctuation, that have to bear by the account holder only. Now, a special non-resident rupee account can be opened by whom? So, SNRR account can be opened by which of the following? Any non-resident person, any non-resident Indian, any resident outside India having business interest in India, any Indian resident having business outside India. So, right answer is any resident outside the India having a business interest in India. Okay, so those who have business interest in India, they are residing outside, they can open this account. So right answer is C. Now, how can resident foreign currency account be opened? How can resident foreign currency account be opened? With foreign exchange acquired, with Indian rupee, with the permission of RBI only, with the foreign loan proceeds, none of the above. So what do you think, which of the following is correct? So how can resident foreign currency account be opened? Obviously, with the foreign exchange acquired, like we have a EEFC account, exchange earner foreign currency account. It can be opened by only those resident of our country who deal in the foreign currency. If you earn foreign currency and you want to maintain that foreign currency, you can open the FCNR account. A resident foreign currency account. Okay, so right answer will be your with the foreign exchange acquired. So in the EEFC account, you can maintain any kind of foreign currency in the account. But you have to be the earner of foreign exchange reserves, the earner of foreign exchange, I can say. Now, under FCRA, registration is initially valid for dash and it can be renewed subsequently if they compile with all norms in 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, 8 years. Which of the following is correct? It will be done in 5 years. It is valid for 5 years. Okay, so Foreign Currency Regulation Act registration is initially valid for 5 years and it can be renewed subsequently if they compile with all the norms. Okay, it will be renewed, but it is initially for 5 years only. Now, RFC accounts can be opened with whom? So, if you want to open a resident foreign currency account, you can open that account with whom? With Indian Banking Regulatory Authority, with an authorized dealer in India, with a bank overseas, with enforcement directorate, with none of the above. So with whom you can open the resident foreign currency account. So it's very obvious to open a resident foreign currency account, you have to have a bank which actually deals in the foreign currency. And which banks deals in the foreign currency? The authorized dealer in India will deals with the foreign currency. So the banks whom RBI allowed to deal in the foreign currency, they are known as what? They are known as authorized dealers. So right answer will be your B. Okay, next. Which of the following credits are permitted in DDA account? So what do you think out of these? Which of the following credits are permitted? Account of pre-shipment and post-shipment finance availed in US dollar. Second, realization of export proceeds from shipment of rough cut polished diamonds and diamond studded jewelry. Realization in US dollar from local sale of rough cut and polished diamonds. Which of the following is correct? So which of the following credits are permitted in the DDA account? So we are talking about here DDA account. So the right answer is all the amount of pre-shipment, post-shipment finance availed in US dollar, the realization of export proceed from shipment of rough cut polished diamonds and diamond studded jewelry, realization in US dollar from local sale of rough cut and polished diamond. It means all are. The right answer will be D. Okay, so all are the credit which are permitted to be in the DDA accounts. Okay, demand deposit accounts. Next we have, when can our RFC account be open? If you want to open a resident foreign currency account, when it can be open? When a resident becomes non-resident, when a resident becomes a person of Indian origin, when a non-resident becomes resident, when a person goes abroad for indefinite period of time, and none of the above. So when a person can open the resident foreign currency account? It's very obvious, when your non-resident becomes your resident, then the person can open your RFC account. So right answer will be your C option. Okay. Next question. An exporter's firm company shall be permitted to open and maintain not more than which of the following amount? 1 DD account, 2 DD account, 5 DD account, or 6 DD account. So an export firm company shall permitted to open and maintain not more than dash accounts. So which of the following is correct? Okay, so right answer is 5 diamond dollar accounts can be opened by exporter firm or a company. So if an exporter firm or company, they are permitted to open and maintain the DD account, they are allowed to maintain the 5 DD account. That is, diamond dollar account will be opened. A number of accounts will be 5. Okay, next. What is the restriction on utilization of RFC balance outside India? So that is rupee foreign currency account. Sorry, resident foreign currency account. So in this particular question, we are asking what is the restriction on utilization of your resident foreign currency balance outside India. It cannot be utilized for import of books. It cannot be utilized for meeting travel expenses. It can only 50% of the balance can be spent in financial year. No restrictions on utilization of amount outside India. None of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? The restrictions on utilization of your resident foreign currency balance. A, B, C, D or E. So actually there is no such kind of restrictions on utilization of amount outside the India. So right answer will be D. You can utilize the account as per your requirement. There is no restrictions here. So right answer will be your D option. Okay, next. DD account shall be opened in the name of the exporter and maintained in. First, US dollar only, euro only, yen only, and apart from that, all permitted currencies will be maintained. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? You are having a diamond dollar account that shall be maintained in the name of the exporter and maintained in which currency? It's obvious now, it's a diamond dollar account. It will be maintained in the US dollar only. So right answer is your A option, US dollar only will be maintained. Next question is talking about the resident joint account holder of your resident foreign currency account cannot operate the account during the lifetime of the resident account holder, can operate the account freely, can operate the account for repatriation only, and can operate the account for local payments only. None of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? So the resident joint account holder of resident foreign currency account, they cannot operate the account during the lifetime of the resident account holder. They cannot do what? They cannot operate the account during the lifetime of the resident account holder. Okay, who cannot maintain, who cannot operate? The joint account holder. So until and unless the individual person is alive, till then you cannot operate. The joint account holders cannot operate. Next, a resident individual may open and which of the following account to retain in a bank in India the foreign exchange acquired by him or her. RFC account, RFCD account, FCNR account, SNRR account. So a resident individual may open an account, which of the following account, to retain in a bank in India the foreign exchange acquired by him.